Hi guys, welcome to Wednesday, April 29th. Today for social studies, we're going to start by looking at an image here. And what I want us to pay attention to today is obviously look at the image. You can pause the video for a minute and just have a really good look at this image. And what do you see in it? But what I really want us to focus on is the caption, because the caption can tell us a lot about the image and what it might mean. So it shows two men shaking hands. It looks like both of them maybe are missing a leg, or their leg is up. So I wrote over here, it's kind of hard to see the caption right here, so I typed it over here bigger. It says, "A man who knows a man. Give me your hand, comrade. We have each lost a leg for the good cause, but thank God we never lost heart." Another thing I think it's important to notice is it looks like a white man maybe and an African-American man. I'm not sure, it's kind of hard to see without color, but it's a political cartoon from the Civil War. So what we know about the Civil War, the two different men there, we might assume that's what it is. So now that we read the caption, I want you to pause the video if you can, without looking it up on Google or dictionary.com. I want you to try to see, what do you think the word comrade means? Give me your hand, comrade. If you look here, they don't look upset with each other or anything. Like, it looks like he has a smile on and they're shaking hands. So comrade, what do you think maybe that means? If you're a comrade with somebody. What does the soldier mean when he says, "We never lost heart"? What do you think about that? If you say, like, "We both lost a leg for a good cause," which means we fought for maybe something we believe in, but thank God we never lost heart. So actually, what you can do is after you sit there, before you look it up and think, what do you think "give me your hand, comrade" means? I looked it up here on definitions, or the definition on dictionary.com, comrade, and it says it's a person who shares in one's activities, occupation, a companion, associate, or friend. So a comrade is really just like a friend. They engage in the same type of activity or same job, which is an occupation. And so they're like friends. And then it says, "We never lost heart." So if we were to replace the word comrade, "Give me your hand, friend," that's a good way to do it, because we can see that would make sense. Give me your hand, friend. "We have each lost a leg for the good cause." So the cause during the Civil War was they were fighting to end slavery. But thank God we never lost heart. So when you think of something that you put your heart into, it's something that's really important to you, right? So what you're actually seeing here is it's two white and African-American wounded soldiers. So it's a white wounded soldier and an African-American wounded soldier shaking hands. They call each other comrade, which means friend or fellow soldier. So they're friends, even though one of them is white and one of them is African-American during the Civil War. He's thankful they didn't lose heart, which means that they never gave up hope that the war would be won and slavery would end. So they gave up a lot during this war. They even lost a leg for the cause. That means this was something that was very, very important to them. And even though they lost a leg, they never lost hope and they never gave up. So this shows just how important this mission was for people that fought in the Civil War. They were willing to lose their life. They were willing to give up something as important as maybe a leg. So today you have the opportunity to show what you know about the roles of women. Remember, we read women in wartime and what women did to help during the Civil War. We read about African Americans and their role during the Civil War and how it might have been easier or harder for them during the war. We read about soldiers and how they struggled during the war with food and medicine and illness. We also read about the new technologies during the Civil War, like, for example, the railroads, and how it made it easier to quickly ship supplies and soldiers for the war. So what you're going to do, you're going to review those 4 topics: women, African Americans, soldiers, and new technologies. And you're just going to answer one big question. So you're going to reread and re-look at those 4 lessons, so the women, African American, soldiers, and technologies, and you're going to answer the big question: what were the roles of women, African American soldiers, new technologies during the Civil War? Use evidence from the text to support your responses. So you're going to click on a discussion post and use the sentence stems in the discussion post to help you answer. Please make sure you do at least 5-6 sentences. Thanks, guys.